Hey there, Dana DeSarle here. Hey, let's face it, golf is effing hard, man. I get it. My job is to try to make it simple for you. And there's no shortcuts. There's no hit 3 balls, you're dialed in. There's no this one magic trick. But there is a drill that's my favorite drill that's also an exercise that is the only drill and exercise you're ever going to need to do for the rest of your golfing life. And it's the lead arm drill. And the reason it's so important, it brings everything together, and it takes 10,000 reps in this muscle motor pattern to go from cognitive to autonomous to where it's automatic. But this handles a lot of things. So path and face angle, path angle. It's really hard if your lead arm is dialed in and drops right in the slot to come over the top. If the over the top is from the trail arm pushing at the top. So that's the over the top movement. In TPI sequence, we got hip, chest, lead arm, then the trail arm and club follow. So as long as this lead arm is strong enough to hold the club here, then it can lead in the sequence prior to the trail arm coming through. So this lead arm drill is very simple, but I see it screwed up on the range all the time. People, they start doing it and their hand gets weak and then it gets into their palm. So you got to make sure in your grip you're keeping it in the fingers. And you only need to come to where the lead arm's parallel to the ground, and then you drop it through, get into that wrist hinge angle right here, and then the club just drops into the slot. You just pull down, the back of the lead wrist comes through, and you're in this motion where the body's still moving, the chest is covering the ball, and you're just coming through. Now you can assist yourself with the right hand here, but we still want this lead arm dropping in. I try to get, 3 sets of 10 of this every day, just like in the gym. You can use PVC in the gym, just keep a wedge in your backyard, but 3 sets of 10 of this will get you into that position to where you can hold that wrist hinge angle and be right there in the slot. Now, the other thing is with this learning process of this 10,000 reps to get to autonomous, it's not 10,000 golf balls. These reps of doing the drill build up and start to build that motor pattern so that this lead arm is just dropping right in the slot. So in our PGA teaching and coaching model, this exercise and drill covers all the bases. You've got centerness of contact, getting used to bringing that club right in the slot, right in the right place. You've got path and face angle. So it's hard to get way outside the path line or way under when you're just using one arm and you're just using your lead arm and feeling it drop right in that slot there. So you've got path and face. You start to learn low point control. So for all you lift that pull up, when you're doing this lead arm drill and you're pulling down, your chest is staying right on top of it and you're covering the ball. So you're building strength, you're building low point awareness, so that's coming through. You're creating that hinge and that lever system. This helps you get into like a good rhythm also. So you're building that rhythm. And then where it comes into play is wedge control with distances. We're trying to control wedge with how far the lead arm travels. So instead of trying to figure out, okay, is this a 3/4 swing, a full swing, just know wherever the lead arm travels. So if the lead arm's traveling a little below parallel, that's going to go one distance. At parallel, it goes another distance. And just past parallel, it goes another distance. So after you've hit a lot of balls too, you can hit a ton of pitch shots without wearing yourself out. So you can hit little pitch shots after doing lead arm drill, like I say, light below parallel. So this is my 60, which is 62, right below parallel. Pitch shots go 15 yards-ish. That's a baseline. If I get my lead arm to parallel with this 60, now it's going about 30 yards. So I've got a good baseline. And just past it goes about 40 with a little more spin. Then with my other wedges, like my 58, goes about 20 yards carry baseline. Below parallel. At parallel, it's about 40. Just past, it's about 60. Now I have all those distances dialed in. And it's just from doing lead arm drill and exercise and building that strength and having it dialed in just so I can get to that hinged lever system position and drop it in the slot. And as you get better and better at this, you know, the lead arm, this downforce pull with the lead arm is what keeps that lag angle in place. So when we're talking about lag, it's the downforce pull here, right there. And then if you look at this too, from all you engineers out there, from a movement pattern perspective, so this lever system, this goes to here and to here with it pretty easily. Now this right arm, if you're trying to control the swing with the right arm, this bends, this can go anywhere. At impact, now it starts to straighten and get into the same position every time. That's why it's the fourth piece in the sequence on the Titleist kinematic sequence. So, you know, getting into that motion, that's one of the things I like about the arrow swing also, is if you have one of these at home, you can take off the different weights and start building strength with that. With 3 weights, it's pretty heavy. With 2, it's pretty easy to do. But you can get this dialed in and get that strength dialed in too. And then with all the 3 weights, you know, I'll do, like my lead arm's starting to feel it now just in this video from getting all these swings in here and keeping that in place. But that's all you need to do for the rest of your golfing life, and it'll cover everything, is start getting used to getting that lead arm in that position and building that strength in that lead arm.